Well, hello there. Here I am in Leipzig. First time I've been in Leipzig for about 8 years, 2015. The first time I've actually come to stay since, I don't know, about 1995, four or five. I know I sort of came here and then went home again in late 1997. Anyway, this is the suburb of Plagbitz, and this is a little park here across from where I'm staying. I'm staying in that building, right over there. On the first floor where the little balcony is. The balcony's not part of my room though. I won't be staying there long. I've paid the woman for a month, but you know, that's as long as I'll stay. She's it's not my cup of tea really. She wants all the money, but doesn't want to give you much in return. So you know, like some bed sheets that fit the bed would be nice, that kind of thing, you know. Anyway, that's all right. That's such a life. This little park, I don't know what the name of this park is, but I can tell you, da gibt's ein Schlagerdisco jeden Freitag. That sounds frightening. Schlagerdisco, it's like disco made of really, you know, bad old hits. Schlagermusik is something in German that there's no other, it doesn't really exist in English that I can think of. You know, it's like sort of hits of yesteryear. Sort of down home, you know, folky, not folk music, because I quite like folk music. And it's a bad country and western. Here's a bloke on his push bike. Morgen. He's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Who gives a fuck what he thinks about what the fuck I'm doing? A lot of people get around Leipzig on bicycles, you know. It's a really good place to get around in as far as bicycles, public transport. You know, the trams work really well. There's an S-Bahn as well, and a little U-Bahn around the city centre as well. You know, it works as far as that goes, providing you can remember where to go. I did a lot of walking yesterday because I didn't really remember. Everything's kind of just, everything's the same but subtly different. You think, oh, what am I doing here? I was in Lindenauermarkt and I shouldn't have been there at all, on the Lützner Straße, and I'm supposed to be on the Karl-Heinz Straße, and the Karl-Heinz Straße is just there, you know. But people are looking at me strangely because I'm making videos. You would think that they'd be a bit more used to that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to go into town. Got to go into town to the Hauptbahnhof to get, I'm trying to get my SIM card to work and I'm having a lot of trouble with it. And you need all these kind of things that you just don't need in Australia to get one. Like, it's just a prepaid SIM card from Aldi, but you've got to go through this whole rigmarole of providing, you know, proof of your identification and all this kind of stuff. And I was filling it out yesterday, and of course they won't let you, because my Telstra, you know, SIM card is not valid here. I didn't have any internet connections. I had to go to the Hauptbahnhof to hook onto their Wi-Fi, their WLAN, oder wie das heißt, in German, some strange word. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back now this morning to have another go. It's Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock. Beautiful day, beautiful spring weather. I'll tell you about going to Chris Abbey's place yesterday a bit later. Yeah, it's Karl-Heinz Platz. That's what we need to know. Karl-Heinz was a German industrialist. We won't bore you with all the details, but you know, he's probably a bloke who made shitloads of money out of people in workhouses and stuff, and then decide to put a few trees in. It'd be something like that. Leipzig actually means place of lime trees. Lime trees are linden trees in English, which you don't really have in Australia. Oh, actually, I've got one in my backyard because I planted it. This is the Karl-Heine-Straße, so we're going to go down there, see if we can get a tram. Kleider und Schuhe kann man spenden. That's if you want to throw some stuff away or donate it to Vinnie's or whatever. He's not a Leipziger. Well, Leipzig is but they say Leipzig is a multicultural and a city that's open to the world, and it's true. It's true. When I was first here, there were no foreigners at all, except me. Things have changed, obviously. And you can go with the bus if you like. I don't really go with the bus. I much prefer the trams, you know. Geradeaus fahren wir so jetzt. It's really funny here. Getting off the plane, you know, like and trying to get stuff done in German, and I keep saying, oh, you know, like, I'm sorry, I'm just off the plane from Australia, and they're but your German's perfect. It sounds perfect, but I you know, just all the words are floating around in my head somewhere, and doing the sort of bureaucratic German is something else again, you know. So it's going to take a little while, but we're going okay. It's just, the thing is, you know, I'm sort of getting into trouble because I'm sort of sounding like I'm a German, and they think that I'm a German, and so they just talk to me, and I get myself into trouble. Anyway, some things, my first impressions, you know, there's a beer garden in there, by the way, you can probably see. We're near the Felsenkeller, which is a sort of an old ballroom, I think, probably, and they still have live, you know, have live gigs and stuff there. Rotkäppchen. Now the question is, where's the tram stop? And which side of the road do I need to be on to go into town? Because I've actually forgotten how I'm supposed to go there. I'm just a bit disoriented. It just doesn't feel quite right. I'm going to cooking now. Look, I'm on Erdbeeren. You can buy strawberries there. Karl's strawberries. They look alright too. Germans love strawberries. You know, we have Vegemite on toast. They have strawberry jam on everything. They got run over by a tram. I mean, I nearly got run over by a truck. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Come all this way and get run over by a truck. Alright, so we found a tram stop. Found a dock too. So it's just, yeah, I'm glad I was walking down that way. It's completely, well, it does go that way, but that is the right direction. Just got to remember, get on the right hand side of the road again. Ja. Wundert sich schon wieder.
Nee, passt schon. Danke. Da ist ja auch praktisch.
Nächste Haltestelle Marschallstraße.
Leipzig people are very friendly as well and helpful. I've stopped and asked the directions and how to use the machine and stuff a couple of times. They've been really good. This is the Marschallstraße stop where I used to live in the Kitakolwitstraße years ago. So ein schönes Wetter. Die Fenster sind aber dreckig. I'm going to speak German. I should at least try and speak it properly, not speak Saxon. It's a bit dreckig. I live just along here somewhere, on that side of the road, over that side. I can't remember that. Oh yeah, that's right. We used to. That was the youth hostel, the Jugendherberge. We lived over, so it must have been just one of these ones just here. So this is the number 14 tram. That'll take me to the Hauptbahnhof, which is the main train station. And trams in German are called Straßenbahn. Und in Leipzig man fährt mit der Bimmel. Das ist eine Bimmel. It's just a magnificent time of the year at the moment. The trees are beautiful and the air's lovely, clean and fresh. Wilhelm-Leuschner-Platz. I have to go to Leuschner-Platz to work. A lot of places have been renovated, but there are just enough, that haven't been, to remind you of what it used to be like. It was all like that. The whole city, except for maybe a tiny bit in the city centre. Saw a bloke in a Harley yesterday. He thought he was a heavy dude biker, and he probably is, Sind wir jetzt? Restplatz. Leipzig is a kind of a Slavic word for Leipzig, which I said before is Leipzig is the place of the lime trees. Konsum was the official GDR grocery chain, you know, supermarket chain. And they were good. But nowadays they're a bit sort of like boutique items, so they cost a bit more than you would just get at a normal, you know. Sind wir jetzt? Gottschedstraße. I managed to get a ticket without completely embarrassing myself. Hold on. I mean, when I was here before, they're just, these trams are so modern and new. The old ones are old rattlers. There's one or two of them still left. But, yeah, they had included all these tickets for us, these old paper strips that you just bought in clumps.
Central Transport City Center, Industrie- und Handelskammer, Volkshochschule, Leipziger Versand.
The light in Leipzig is a lot different than home, but not as there's a Harley. A couple of Harleys. Fucking hipster bikes, mate. I used to, when I very first came here, I worked just down the road there in the Lehrstraße at the Volkshochschule teaching English. Well, that's a long time ago. That was my very first job. A lot of good looking girls in Leipzig. Loads. Always has been. Maybe I'm just used to Gara. But no, I was used to Sydney then. And there are a lot more good looking girls in Leipzig than there were in Sydney. We're going to get off at the next stop is the Hauptbahnhof. The biggest train station, or the terminal train station in Europe. It's huge. 20 something platforms plus an underground plus the S-Bahn. Huge shopping promenade, and we're gonna go there and gonna go there and use their Wi-Fi. Promenaden, Hauptbahnhof, Westhalle, Osthalle und so. It's always been this big, but it seems a lot busier than it used to be when I first came here. Anyway, we'll get out and have a look, shall we? Okay. Wo sind wir aber jetzt? Gehen wir erstmal hier rüber oder so. Life's got a lot of Ukrainian refugees here at the moment. I think we'll go to the main entrance to get the full effect, shall we? That used to be the Hotel Malcour years and years ago, and had lunch there with Astrid, as I call her, once upon a time, and that was fucking ridiculous, which I've written about in a book somewhere. You know, it's very quiet today, probably because it's the weekend, isn't it? Also push bikes everywhere. Pigeons, of course, Täubchen, Tauben, flying rats. Oh, that's Qantas. It was a fucking long flight the other day. Feels like a week ago, and it was only yesterday that I arrived. And looks like the beggars and black marketeers are having the weekend off. It's doch schön here. Water. It's quite cavernous. It always has been. Well, you know, it always has been, as long as I've been coming here. I think it was built around, finished and opened around 1900, thereabouts. We probably won't get any idea of how big the place actually is today, because we're just here to do some stuff. Let's go out and have a look at the train station, eh? Leipziger Hauptbahnhof. Ostseebad Binz, that's up north. Hamburg Altona is also up north. Just about 11 o'clock. Gleich 12. This place, when I first came here, just smelt of diesel and ozone from the old East German trains. And all this, I mean, the whole building was here, and all the, you know, all these places for shops and stuff. But there were literally like sort of one, maybe two shops open, just carrying one or two things. It's just the way it was, you know. And now it's all been massively renovated and turned into this. Plus all that stuff downstairs, as you saw. I might get myself a coffee. I mean, you know, it's the place to go, isn't it? Gewandhausorchester. It's a good orchestra, the Leipzig one. Thomaner Chor is the Leipzig choir from the Thomaskirche, which is where Johann Sebastian Bach used to be as the, Kapellmeister. Kunstsammlung Chemnitz, Museum Gunzenhauser. Don't know what that is. Pizza Hut. It's just what you fucking want, isn't it? Travel all the way to Germany to get Pizza Hut. Or some other dodgy stuff. You go to Germany to eat German food, and then get really fat, sausages and schnitzels and lots of beer. I bought some Czech beer last night. I bought a couple of bottles of Staropramen Pilsner. $2 something for a half-litre bottle. I bought some Orkostitzer, which is the beer that I used to drink when I lived here before. It was €1.78 for a half-litre bottle. It's just fucking ridiculous. Anyway, let's go to Starbucks. That's a good German place. So we got ourselves a Starbucks coffee, and it's a decaf latte. It's fucking thin and watery, which is pretty unusual for German coffee. Usually it's really strong. And I might just think, I'm just gonna have decaf, why fucking bother? That sort of thing. And I met some people while I was sitting here trying to work out the Aldi SIM card. A couple of people from up the north of the country, and they were really, really nice people actually. Just sitting there chatting away. I'm going, listen, I've only got so long on the Wi-Fi before they kick me off. Can you just let me talk? Let me do my stuff, but they just having on for a good old chat. Tell me all about their son who's just qualified as a teacher and all that kind of stuff. And they live up somewhere near Rostock, up near the Baltic Sea. Which is why they have such clean German. Everybody's going everywhere on a Saturday. I can remember coming here back in the old days, like 1991, and you'd get crowds of football hooligans who would come along, and the police would attack them with tear gas, and those were the days. I don't even know who they were. It wasn't even VfB Leipzig. It was before then. It was Leipzig Chemie, or one of those old teams, Leipzig Chemie I think was the right wing team, and Lok Leipzig was the left wing, the workers team sort of thing. Not that I could tell the difference. Back in those days, they were all fucking hooligans. Oh, look, there's Kentucky Fried up there. That's another thing. When I first came here, there was nothing. No Western products here at all. Just East German stuff, and maybe some Russian and some Vietnamese. And now it's just overrun with the same old crap, isn't it, really? Lots of Middle Easterners have moved to Leipzig, so there's a lot of, döners and kebabs, that kind of stuff, which can only be a good thing. I can see a baker down there. I'm going to go down there and see if I can find a good loaf of Zwiebelbrot, which is like onion bread, which is delicious, with Vegemite. If only I had some Vegemite. Tickets. Kennen Sie schon den DAB-Fahrplan in Echtzeit, Verkehrs- und Baustelleninfos? Das wollen wir aber nicht. I just saw a thing saying they've got this Deutschland Karte, which is like 49 euros, and it's good for a month, and you can go anywhere. So sort of say $50 a month. You can take buses, trams, and trains. You can only use the secondary lines for the trains, as in like you can't use the inner city type real flash express trains, but you can take all the back lines and stuff, and just really enjoy the sort of the countryside. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that when I can. I'm just going along this platform here. Just have a look at this steam locomotive, Dampflok in German. Lokomotiv, Lokführer is a train driver. One of the things about the GDR, of course, is that because they had to make do with what they had, didn't have billions and billions of US dollars. Instead, they had the Russians taking billions and billions of their money. The Germans kept a lot of their stuff, like their old steam trains and whatnot, the East Germans. So when the wall fell down, this place was kind of still had a lot of really interesting stuff that the West Germans no longer had. They'd thrown all that stuff out. Unfortunately, though, they did bring along things like the Golden Arches, Mitteldeutsche Regiobahn. So that's the kind of train I will catch instead of the ICE, which is great, and go anywhere on those. And the trams, it's cost you 2 or 3 euros every time you want to go somewhere on the tram, basically. So if you just buy, a 49 euro ticket for a month, it should cover it pretty well. Unless you want to go to the toilet, like I just went over a Piddle before, and you had to pay 1 euro to get into there. That's, it's less than 2 euros for a bottle of beer, and they want $1 to go and piss it away. Anyway, we'll go back downstairs. I'm just going to record this so I know where to go. LVB, Leipzig Verkehrsbahn Betriebe. That's where we want to go. Leipziger Verkehrsbetriebe. We'll find out where that is and go and have a look.